So, Microsoft Copilot Agent. If you haven't explored it yet, you are missing out on something really powerful. I'm talking about building custom AI assistants that understands your organization's data, respect your Microsoft security boundaries, and works within your Microsoft 365 tenant. Hey everyone, Parveen here, Microsoft certified trainer and cloud solution consultant. And today we are building Microsoft Copilot Agent from ground up. This is all about transforming cloud complexity into business success. Taking something that sounds complex and making it practical and actionable for you and your organization. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Drop your questions in the comment and share what challenges you are facing with your Microsoft Copilot implementation. Let me explain what Copilot agents really are. Think about a really good employee who's been at your company for years. They know where all the documentation lives, they understand your processes, they know who to ask for what, and they can actually take action, not just answer questions. That's exactly what Copilot Agent is, except it works 24/7 and can help hundreds of people simultaneously. So essentially, Copilot becomes your AI employee. Here's what makes Copilot different from other tools such as ChatGPT. Copilot is built inside your Microsoft 365 tenant. It has access to all your SharePoint data, workflows, processes, all while respecting the permissions you have assigned to each user. If someone shouldn't see a document, Copilot won't show it to them. That's security by design, not an afterthought. Well, now, why does this matter for your business? Let me give you 3 immediate benefits. First of all, imagine your IT team getting 50% fewer questions because users can serve themselves using self-serve agents. Second, new employees can ask questions and get instant and accurate information from your knowledge base. Third, everyone in your team gets same accurate information every single time, not what somebody remembers or can find in an older documentation. Now, let's talk about what you need to follow along. The first prerequisite here is to have Microsoft 365 tenant. You should also have Copilot Studio license. This can also come with Microsoft 365 Copilot license itself. The third thing is SharePoint site with some documents. On the fourth number, we should have Teams admin access for deployments to team. And finally, if you are opting in for Power Platform, you should have access to Power Platform functionality as well. Alright, let's build something real. The very first thing we'll do is head to m365.cloud.microsoft. This is the front-end chat interface for the Copilot. We'll click on the expand navigation on the left side, top menu, and under the agents, you'll see some of the existing agents or any agents that you have built. I'll click on the all agents and you will see all the Microsoft agents that they have already provided. To create a new agent, I'll click on plus create. But before we do that, let's head to another website called copilotstudio.microsoft.com. This is where the magic happens. This is the backend interface of the Copilot where you actually build agents with a lot of customizations. I'll close this prompt right here and on the main screen, you will see some of the pre-built options such as agents, creating workflows, and also using computer using agent. This is another way to create an agent in Copilot. But for this demo, we'll first go to the Copilot agent and build that out. So back to Copilot Microsoft website, as I click the new agent option, what you want to do here is describe what kind of agent you're building. In this case, we are building IT help desk agent. You can see up top, it says you can start by describing what you want your agent to do. So it gives me some of the options to choose from, such as the name, and also on the right side, you will see some of the pre-built options that are already given to me. So I'll just choose a name called Tech Support Assistant, and after this it asks me, do you want to refine this agent's knowledge? So for this one, I will use Microsoft's Learn website to refine it with Microsoft's information and then give me responses based on Microsoft documentation. And as we do that, what it's going to do is actually store this URL as part of the knowledge base. So anytime we ask a question, it's going to go back and refer to Microsoft documentation first and then look at the answers and then try to respond back with the relevant answer. So I don't have any other changes, so I'll just say this is good enough. At this point, your agent is ready with all the custom instructions and the knowledge source that we gave it. So now I'll just ask a question: how do I configure Defender for my Entra ID users in my organization? You can see how it responds with Microsoft specific information while referencing the knowledge source. That's the way to create an agent as an end user. And now you can click on the create button on the top and this will finish your agent creation process. Once the agent is created, you have a couple of options to change. Go to configure tab and you'll see a lot of options that you are able to customize. The first one is the knowledge. This is where your agent gets its intelligence from. This could be SharePoint library, OneDrive folder, uploaded files, or even public websites. There are a couple more options you can change, such as searching all the websites, referencing people in your org, and with the latest changes, Copilot now also have ability to create documents, chart, and codes, which you can definitely turn on if you want to. Creating images is another thing you can do with the agent now. Now I'll head back to the Copilot Studio and try to create an agent similarly to how we did in the Copilot UI. I'll click on the agent tab and make sure it's on, and just simply type agent to handle IT support requests. It will take a couple of seconds to refresh and then bring you all the information you need in a single prompt. While it's loading, you can see on the left side, you will see all the information. On the right side, you have the test your agent option. This is where you can type in any input at any given time to see how your agent is responding to the queries. On the left side, you can already see some suggestions going on around adding triggers, adding knowledge and tools. We haven't seen any triggers or tools in the previous Copilot UI, but this is where you actually have more control to build these agents. I'll scroll down and let's head over to the trigger. Since everything else is pretty much the same as Copilot UI, I can expand this thing and already see what it's suggesting me, but I'll just simply click the add trigger. You can see there are 11 features trigger, and there are a lot more than that in the all tab. Trigger defines at what time you want the agent to kick in automatically, and in this case I will choose planner trigger. This means anytime a planner item is completed in my planner workflow, the agent will kick in and do its job. So I'll choose my planner ID and the group ID and then simply click add. And once it's done, you can click on the close button. And you can see when a task is completed, it's added as part of the trigger now. So here are a couple of things to do with the instruction. You can already see the instructions are pre-made. Copilot Studio has already done the instructions for me when I gave it the initial prompt. Coming to the knowledge, now we have a couple more options here. You can click on the plus add knowledge. You can choose some of the Microsoft's given knowledge sources which it suggested based on your initial prompt. You also have the option to enable web search or disable web search if you don't want your agent to go out on the internet and find information. The best part of the Copilot Studio is adding tools. So I'll click on the send an email tools and add it to my workflow. What this is going to do is allow my agent to send email on behalf of me. That's where I will configure my connector and set my email as the source email, and the to, subject and the body, all of this is filled by AI as you talk to the agent and ask it to run these tools on demand. So I'll go back here and go to the overview tab and just scroll through to make sure you have all of the information filled in. Next up, go to analytics. We haven't published the agent yet, so I'll go ahead and do that first. The analytics tab is where you see all the metrics around how your agent is being used, how many requests it has served, what kind of requests have failed, and is there any issue going on with the agent. Close this prompt here. And on the right side, you can close the test tab at any given time. And this is where I'll see all the information about my agent's usage. Before we go further, I'll quickly head to the channels tab. This is where you define where do you want the agents to be published. You have a couple of options to publish your agent, such as Teams and Copilot, SharePoint, or even a website. So in this case, I'll just simply test it here, but you can always click on any of the options and publish your agent. Coming back to the test your agent, I'll ask a question around how do I log into Enter ID, and you can see as you test the agent, it will show you exactly where it's fetching the information from. On the left side tab, you can see it's using the knowledge base. It will also give you information about which URLs it used. And at this time, we'll test our email tool by simply saying send this as an email to a particular email that you want it to send to. Go ahead and allow the connection that it's asking you to do. This is only one time. And as that happens, you'll see here the email lands in my inbox with exactly the same information as I just saw in the agent UI. So let's test the triggers now. I'll go to triggers UI on the left side and then click on the edit in Power Automate. This is just to show you how it's working. You don't necessarily have to go to the Power Automate UI. On this UI, you see two different flows. One is simply when the task is complete. The other node is simply sending that information to the Copilot for processing. I'll click on the test flow and choosing manual flow and click test. Now I'll head to my planners tab and complete one of the task items so it can trigger the workflow. As you can see, my task completed is triggered. So it's sending all information from the planner task to the prompt. You can come back to the studio and click on the activity, and you'll see the first entry says automated, which is the trigger workflow. And on the left side, you'll see how it's triggered, what kind of information it had. And in the middle piece, you will see the trigger input that was given by the planner task and also the workflow from the Power Automate. And there you have it. You've just built a production-ready Microsoft Copilot agent. Let me tell you, when I deployed this for my client first time, they saw almost 40% reduced ticket in their IT systems. That's solely because people were able to self-serve and find the answers that they need instantly. That's the power of the right tool. It's not about replacing your team, it's about empowering them to do more high-value focused tasks instead of answering simple repetitive questions. Here's what I want you to take away. Start small, focus on specific use case, and iterate based on the real feedback from the users. Don't build the perfect agent from day one. Build something useful, deploy it to a small group of people, and see what works and what doesn't. That's how you transform cloud complexity into business success. If you found this helpful, I hope you did. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I publish practical Azure content and Microsoft 365 guidance every single week. I'm Praveen, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay curious and keep building.